Hello, my name is Matt Forlenza. I'm a director with Verizon Wireline Networks. I run our maintenance and systems engineering labs. Verizon is a telecom and a multimedia company. In telecom, we provide internet, voice services, video services, wireless services, but also a multimedia company. With acquisitions of AOL and Yahoo, we now provide our own content, which makes us not only a telecom company, but multimedia company as well. The role that my team performs and that I lead is we test home routers, set-top boxes for the home. We also test the back office of our video network that supplies broadcast video, video on demand, and ad insertion, where we add ads to our content. Skills and educations needed for our organization. To be an engineer and a tester within our organization, we look for those with computer science skills, someone who has a bachelor's degree in computer science, has Wi-Fi experience, and also has automation skills and understands the programming language. What we do is take our test cases and automate them as much as we can to reduce time to market in our products that we're testing. A question was asked on how we are handling the COVID-19 outbreak. Verizon is handling it very well and is a key contributor to helping in this situation. We have students that are learning from home, where bandwidth is required for internet. Hotspots are required. We're helping out school with free hotspots. We are increasing our VPN capacity as companies move from office to working from home. VPNs are now critical, and just internet bandwidth in general, right? We have seen a huge uptick in gaming demands and in video on demand. Lots of folks are home streaming movies, and we've stayed ahead of that demand and have increased capacity where we see needed. So Verizon is handling that very well. Part of our motto is Verizon runs to a crisis. When we say we run to a crisis, we are always there in times of need in our country and across the globe, whether it be hurricanes, tornadoes, work stoppages, and now in the unfortunate situation we're in, Verizon is a social partner in helping with this. Question I'm asked often is what do I most least like, and what do I most like about my role as a leader of a team? And I've been in a leadership role for about 20 years now. Started as a single contributor and worked my way up to different levels of leadership to the executive level here in Verizon now for 31 years. The everyday is least exciting, meaning, tracking projects, being on conference calls, the daily checks is not a dislike, but more exciting for me is mentoring people on my team, mentoring folks that are up and coming, college interns that we have. I love sharing what I've learned in my career. Some of the things that I would avoid if I have done it again. I think mistakes is where we learn the most, and I use that as a tool that I can share with people that I mentor. Another thing that excites me is when my team hits a great accomplishment, right? We complete a project on time, we create a project that brings in revenue or, help in the network to reduce expense. That is when it's time for me to take good pleasure in recognizing my folks, recognizing them by name, making sure the team is noted, just not myself. So that's why I love the leadership role. Question was asked, have I ever been discouraged in my career? 31 years is a long career, so probably just about every feeling has happened during that career. And discourage is one of them. When I was trying to get into the executive level in Verizon, when you go from a manager of people to a director of people in Verizon that's going into the executive level, now you're dealing with larger teams, more of an organization. You're dealing with expense budgets and capital spending budgets. So it's a task to get up to that level. I interviewed several times before landing the job. So there was discouragement, thinking, is this going to be where I'm at this level for my career? But now that I look back, those interviews that I failed were actually good learning lessons and helped me build what I call an interviewing toolbox. Each time I had an interview, did not make it, I reached out to the person that was interviewing or the panel to see who I can sit down with and understand, where I fell short, what else could I be doing? And I collected a book over time of those notes. And as I interviewed each time, I would build on that till I got to a point where, I landed the job, and now I can take that and share that with folks that I'm mentoring that are managers now ready for that next step. And it's much appreciated there. So definitely, we fail to learn at times. We just have to keep that in balance. Greatest opportunities coming out of school that I foresee, students that are in high school now and college, and what will be the high demands. Within Verizon, and really across all corporations, whether it be telecom or health or financial, is data scientists, right? Everybody is looking for data scientists now. We are all interested in what the data can tell us, how the data can help us with trends, so we can plan for the future as we see trends. How can we better maintain our network and fix network issues before customers go out by setting thresholds and alerts through data gathering. Cybersecurity is definitely a big one right now, right? Where there's more pressure. You hear it in the news all the time, which company has been hacked and folks' credentials exposed. And Verizon, we really focus hard on that area to protect our network and to protect our customers' data from being hacked. So that's a big field right now. I mentioned it earlier in this discussion, is automation. Robotic programming language, SQL skills, folks that can take long tasks and automate them into a push of a button is big, right? And again, this grows across all different organizations, like I mentioned, whether telecom, finance, health. Leadership is always going to be a need for leaders, right? My team is very smart engineers. The majority like to just work as a team. They're not interested in the leadership path, but they bring great value in their expertise. And then there's others like myself that find passion and enjoyment in working with people and leading people and helping people. So there will always be a need for leaders of, the smart engineer fields, if you will. I just hope that you were able to gain something out of this today. I would say, in my 31 years of Verizon, it's been a great run. I've never felt like I was in the same job, because over time, every 5 years or so, there was always jobs changed. I started as a union hands-on technician, moved to a more high-level technical role, then made my way into the leadership roles as a first-level team leader, then to a manager, now to the director level. So it's never been the same old job. When you hear 31 years, it's not a boring same old job. And Verizon's a big corporation. There's approximately 160,000 employees, and you really feel that you're not a number in this company. You have that family feel, even for such a big company. You're treated well in this environment, and great benefits at the corporation. Verizon offers great benefits. Then, finally, to wrap up, what should I be doing or the question you're thinking, what should I be doing to get into Verizon or into the telecom field or a large corporation? Secondary schooling, meaning college, is a definite. The bachelor's degree now has become a must-have, even at our entry-level positions. And then as you want to see yourself get into higher technical roles, secondary schooling is necessary on, building your schools, whether it be networking, automation, or in the leadership, right? As I mentioned earlier, definitely, as you move into the executive level, a master's degree is something that has become a necessity. And going back to things I like to share of stuff I learned in my career, is advice on schooling. I took a little bit longer on schooling to get up to my master's degree. I started out of college, did not finish, returned later on in life, which was a big balance. I was working a career, 4 children, coaching children, and trying to accomplish that college at the same time. There was definitely a lot of balls to juggle in the air. So my advice, if I was to step back and do this again, would be to come, right out of high school into that college ranks. As you move through college, you could find yourself into internships and then into companies like Verizon that offer tuition assistance for college, whether you're finishing your bachelor's degree or you're moving on to that secondary schooling of master's degree. And Verizon was a big help in funding my education to help get me to where I am today. So again, I thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope this was very helpful. Thank you. I hope everyone stays healthy and safe. Thank you very much.